This newly imprisoned man suddenly poked a stranger's eyes blind. The police thought he was mentally ill. After examining the man, it was found that, although there are no physical problems, but the endorphins secreted by the brain is hundreds of times that of ordinary people. This also means that he is constantly running strong anesthetic in his blood. I don't feel any pain at all. There is indeed a possibility of obtaining pleasure through violence. But he's not what the doctor thinks. This is because I accidentally heard the black boss next door flaunting his past atrocities. That's why men poke him blind in the eyes. But the police don't think he's much justice, because not long ago, the man just planned an explosion. More than 50 teachers and students died on the spot. But when he was arrested, not only does it not resist and truthfully explain all the situations, I had no choice but to transfer it to the psychiatric department. But not only is Suzuki's brainwave normal and speaking logically, but the doctor still thinks something's wrong. His answer is too mechanical. Emotions have not fluctuated either. It's like a robot. Hence, ZXU intentionally asked an unconventional question, and this is X equals. Sure enough, the emotions without any fluctuations have fluctuated, but my colleague immediately identified the abnormality. The reaction of normal people is before they finish speaking. The brain fluctuates while listening. Suzuki always responds after listening to a sentence, and the ups and downs are the same, just like a machine receiving instructions. In addition, the doctor also found through activity records that Suzuki wakes up and goes to the bathroom at the same fixed time every day. No half-second error. Strangely enough, there are no clocks installed in the cell. The so-called seeing such a strange case, ZXU can only temporarily diagnose Suzuki as a mental disorder, but the police said nothing is allowed. Because of this, Suzuki can escape legal sanctions. But ZXU doesn't want to either, because his younger brother disappeared a few years ago, because all hair has already been installed at that time, and tortured to death by a pervert. But even so, ZXU still firmly believes in the goodness of human nature. Seeing the criminal's village reveal repentance, it's always the same, and also help the other party cure their mental illness. And just now, the Supreme Tree passed various tests. Before returning to society, I came specifically to thank Xiaoxue. That's why ZXU believes that Suzuki can be cured. In order to gain a deeper understanding of him, ZXU came to Suzuki's hometown, visited his tutor. Through teacher recollection, ZXU finally knows the reason behind the weirdness. Rich people hire someone to teach their grandchildren how to use the restroom. It took me a month to learn, and during meals, Grandpa doesn't say to eat. The boy has been hungry all along, just like a machine. Only after receiving instructions will action begin. But boys are not actually intellectual disabilities. On the contrary, he is a genius. A puzzle that only a normal person can complete in a day. A boy can complete it in a few hours. Anyway, a book that is obscure and difficult to understand. Boys just need to take a look, so that you can remember everything at a glance. Unfortunately, both young Suzuki's parents died. There's only one relative left, Grandpa. Grandpa is a super rich man. Pay great attention to Suzuki's education. Not only did you invite a tutor, let Suzuki receive genetic education at home, hiring combat experts. Let Suzuki do physical training every day, and outline of human anatomy, even various weapons. It's not something that a normal child should learn at all. It turns out that Lin was just born not long ago. My parents died in a car accident. Driver hit and run. I haven't been caught yet. The grandfather who lost his child was heartbroken. Over time, he has developed doubts about judicial fairness, becoming increasingly extreme, until Sun's exceptional talent. He had crazy thoughts, and trained him into a killing machine. Guarding justice, sanction all sins, Grandpa's expectations. It was also achieved due to a big fire. This day, thieves broke into their homes. Not only did he stab my grandfather, and pushed him into the fire, hang one last breath, he gave the last command to the trees. It's you. It's been so long. Right. After the boy twisted the thundick, disappeared with a huge inheritance, ZXU told the police the story she heard. The police found through investigation that the suspect who killed Suzuki's parents was killed many years ago. Since then, the victims of a series of murders in the surrounding area are all unconvicted suspects. The police suddenly understood. Lin may not be the real culprit in the explosion. The reason why he appeared at the scene. I want to punish the real culprit behind the scenes. On the way back to the police station, two girls rushed to the police car, killed the driver, forced the police car to stop. These two women are the real perpetrators of the explosion, watching innocent women being killed indiscriminately. But the companion blocked the bullet, let him survive by chance, detonate a pre-arranged bomb. Women take advantage of the chaos to escape, and Suzuki followed without a trace. The girl cut open the doctor's clothes, trying to humiliate the doctor, make him shout for help, to enjoy the pleasure of tormenting people. Not only that, but he also planted bombs throughout the hospital. Everyone in the hospital immediately fell into a state of panic. The police hurriedly sent their hands down to search for the bomb. Just then, the girl received a call from the girl, using doctors as a threat. Let the captain go to the hospital warehouse. What they didn't expect was, once the door is opened, what I saw was a colleague wrapped in a bomb. The girl's goal is revenge. He demanded that the police kill Suzuki, otherwise, my subordinates will die. You can't kill Suzuki either, the police are in a tangle. But his subordinates triggered the bomb first. Defending justice upheld with one's life. Final sorrowful reprimand. But the girl took the opportunity to slip away. Fortunately, Suzuki predicted the escape route, but he stopped him in the parking lot due to his injured leg. Just when Suzuki wanted to end the woman, suddenly, the doctor's voice came from behind. Past the maximum life, give this to their daughter. Personally, I really feel that. The awakening of suppressed human nature. Suzuki let go of his hand. But the woman still died. The captain fired the gun. The death of his colleague was too stimulating for him. A few days later, the doctor received an email from Suzuki. Know that Jiken is in danger. He immediately rushed to Jiken home, but it's still too late. In the small room, the doctor found a boy who was imprisoned. His hair has been shaved off, just like my younger brother years ago, and the killer turned out to be Jiken. He pretended to reform himself, acting in front of a doctor, to obtain prior release. Seeing the new sprout mark on Jiken's arm, Suzuki saw his true face. Chang ended the 3 views of Supreme Ziosi before the child was killed and completely collapsed. The inherent goodness of human nature that we have always believed in the end, it will eventually become a tool for others to use, and the indulgence of ignorance, in the end, it will only breed evil.